Hello guys and welcome back to Team Smoggy Racing with MRC, and we have a new event tonight, which is Gr2 through the airs, and the first two races of round one are using the Gr2 cars from between the airs 97 and 99. So we'll go straight into it. After qualifying, so Dimpy Limpy puts it on pole in the McLaren BMW. In second place is Fabuki in the Mercedes CLK. Third place is Martin R again in the CLK Mercedes. Fourth place is Leeds in the Toyota. Fifth place is Judge in another Toyota. Sixth is Binnett Barry in the CLK. Seventh is Bazza in the CLK. Toby in 8th with the Toyota. 9th is Alder in the CLK. 10th is Brucey in the CLK. 11th is Golden Brownie in a Toyota with a Bentley livery. 12th is Fast JMS in the Toyota. And rounding up the 13th on the grid is SG2 and 13th. So we'll get this race underway with 5 lights to go out. These races will only entail medium tyres and do require a pit stop, even though they do not need to refuel or change tyres. So let's begin. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. Bit of a good start from SG2. Up to fast, gets past Golden Brownie. Let's jump up to the front a little bit. Everyone gets away really cleanly. First corner, just a little bit of door banging, nothing too serious. Everyone gets away on the first lap. Dimpy's dropped it down to 4th from first. Can he make the places back? He's already on the back of Binnett Barry. So we'll jump straight up to Fabuki in first place. With Martin R behind in second. Again, the 2 CLKs taking the lead so far. Binnett Barry, the 3rd CLK. So it's a 1-2-3 for Mercedes. Dimpy Limpy, the only person who has took the F1 McLaren BMW for these first 2 races. Baz is in 5th. Leeds is in 6th. Judge is 7th. Brucey 8th, but on the back of Judge. Oh, just a bit of a bump there, which makes Alder gets up the inside there. Doesn't manage to get the place. With Toby in 10th. 11th is Golden Brownie. 12th is Fast JMS. And SG2 is in 13th. A little bit behind the leaders, but nothing to worry about at the moment. He may be able to catch them up. So we'll swap the view. There's a nice bunch of cars there, all going into the twisty part of the circuit. We are at Deep Forest for the first race. Alder in 9th. Binnett Barry, Brucey with a half-second penalty there. Martin has managed to get past Fabuki and pulling away. But Fabuki's not taking it lightly. Will he catch him back up for a battle? Dimpy Limpy's got up to 3rd. Let's have a quick see if we can catch on that. He was in 5th. Just go back a bit there. He's managed to get past Bazza. Binnett Barry runs it wide. Bazza gets up the inside. Just a bit of a wobble there. So Dimpy manages to get to 3rd. Again, this is only the first race, so anything can happen. Nice gaggle of cars there from, was it 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Aldair trying to make a move on Brucey. With Toby behind. So everyone's really close together, apart from the 2 leaders. Brucey takes his penalty, which drops him down to 10th. Maybe 11th if Brownlee gets the overtake on the outside. Brucey slides it a little bit there. Brownlee goes wide. Does that allow Fast JMS to catch up? SG still bringing up the rear in the livery of police. Maybe it'll catch a few. We're into lap 3. So far, so good. Some great battles going on. Aldair and Toby having a battle for 8th and 9th. CLK against the Toyota, sorry. Toby just... I think Toby's internet's glitching out a bit. But he's still behind Aldair. Can Toby make something of this though? Brucey in the CLK West McLaren. Nice livery on that one as well. Oh, and someone's just gone wide there. Let's have a look. Who was it? Was it Leeds? Coming under attack from... Yes, it was Leeds. Runs wide, which allows Judge to get past. Both racing in Toyotas. Now Leeds makes a comeback for him. Goes to the outside. Tucks back underneath Judge. Does he get him on the first corner? Leeds goes now to the inside of Judge. Takes it cleanly on the inside. Does Judge come back for the switcheroo? No, he just sits in behind Leeds. Some great racing there and overtakes. Baz is up into 4th. We've been at Barry in 5th. Another PB for Brucey Bazza there. Dimpy's now caught up to Fabuki. Which he hasn't really lost any time from Martin. So the top 3 as it stands is Martin R, Fabuki, Dimpy Limpy. But that F1 McLaren does seem to have a lot more straight line speed. Really catches up with Fabuki there, but runs it wide. Little bit of a wobble on the outlet part, which has allowed Fabuki to get away. Baz is in 4th. We've been at Barry chasing him down, and also Leeds and Judge. Not much between them. Again, people taking the slightly different racing lines to make it more worthwhile for themselves. Judge still trying to get past Leeds. Battling hard. Both in, like I say, both in the Toyotas, which does seem the better car for grip. Maybe not top end speed, but the grip's certainly there with that car. Golden Brownie is under fire from Brucey. Brucey's now getting all over the back of Golden Brownie. Does Brucey go for the overtake? Gets up the inside. Gets it tighter. Oh, Brucey just loses it a bit there. But still manages to hold it. Great move. Brucey goes in for his pit stop. Again, you don't have to change tyres or refuel. It's just a pit stop. Just to make it a little bit more interesting. Instead of going around 30 minutes. So we're on board with Fast, who is now with Golden Brownie in front of him. Toby's behind. With Brucey, obviously come straight back out the pits. Checked the car over, seems fine, and sent him back on his way. SG2 is in 12th. With Haldair in 13th, but seems like Haldair is catching up SG2. A little bit of a wobble there from SG there. Kicks up a bit of dirt. So, again, another, with the power of these cars, it's absolutely, really, sometimes it can be really hard to control it on the exits on certain corners. Looks like Fast JMS just got a little bit wayward there. Dimpy Limpy's in the pits. Obviously the mechanic's just checking the car over. No need for fuel or tyres. Looks like he's got them to the end. Which has allowed now Golden Brownie to get past in 7th. So Dimpy's down to 8th. How could these two battle on? Dimpy there with his left indicator on. Fast JMS is not too far behind these two. Martin are still out in front. Brownie defending quite well against Dimpy here. Taking every advantage to block the corners so he doesn't get through. But can the power of the McLaren actually get past on the straight line against the Toyota? Dimpy makes the move. He's 150, 160. A few miles faster so far. Easily done there for Dimpy. Goes into the last corner. And then just pulls away with the power of that F1 McLaren. Another great overtake so far. Everyone seems obviously 9 minutes in and everyone's pretty much spaced out. Apart from the odd little battle here and there. So Martin R's in first. Fabuki's in second with a fast sector. Baz is in third. Leeds is in fourth. Bennett Barry's fifth, not too far behind Leeds. Judge is in sixth, trying to close down on Bennett Barry. Seventh is Dimpy. Eighth is Golden Brownie. Ninth is Fast. 10th is Toby. Bruce is 11th. Haldair is now got past SG2, so he's back up to 12th. And obviously SG's 13th. So we'll just try and find a battle somewhere. It does look like now that Fast is catching up with Golden Brownie. Does Fast go in the pits? No, but Golden Brownie does, which now gives Fast the position. Also Leeds is in the pits. And Leeds comes straight back out. Again, just checking the car over, making sure everything's okay. Bit of a slide there for Leeds, but still manages to keep it going forward. Has Fast got anyone behind him? No. He's got Toby about just under a second behind him. So he's trying to close down on leads. Dimpy's in 6. We have Judge chasing down Bennett Barry. Can Judge make something on the next lap and try and get past Bennett Barry? Dimpy not too far behind. Judge is now trying to go and get him. He's now right up the back end of Bennett Barry. We'll jump on board with Judge. See if he can get the overtake. Bennett Barry pulls to the left. Pulls back over. 2 different lines into that first corner. Bennett Barry's defending quite well. Also trying to keep the CLK with the power it's got. Judge just clambers up the back of it because of the grip level on that GT1 Toyota. Bennett Barry kicks up a bit of dust, still manages to keep the place. Can Judge find a way? A little bit of a wobble there from Judge. Can Judge find a way past him? Obviously the CLK does move, obviously got straight line speed. But the Toyota seems to be better in the corner. Again, Bennett Barry just pulls away from Judge. Judge comes into the pits for his pit stop. We'll jump on board with Bennett Barry for a lap round here in the CLK. So we go down to the first corner, into first gear, up into second quickly to try and get the traction, up to third, fourth. Goes around that tight, twisty section, down to second, trying not to hit the wall on the outside. Again, another tight corner. Up to fourth. Backs down into third to get the car in turn in. Now he gives it all the power he can down this straight. Back down to first. Airpin. It runs wide. Back on the power. And Bennett Barry comes in for his pit stop. Thanks for the lap there, Bennett Barry. Appreciated. Dimpy just set a new best time for himself. And the McLaren F1. So let's have a look up at the front. For Buki with another fast sector, sorry. Martin R. He hasn't got too far away from Martin R. Even not lap times. So for Buki's past 3 laps, Buki's a 121. Martin's a 122 and a 121. So for Buki has made up a bit of time on him. Baz is in third. 121 is best so far, with 122s as a consistency. 122s, 121s for Dimpy so far with a yellow flag. And that is for Buki, who's spun out. Let's see how he does it. Maybe just puts the power on a little bit too early. Or a bit too much steering lock. Gets it spun right the way around. And carries back on, which allows Dimpy now to catch up to him. Oh, again, and Fubuki does it. Maybe he has a problem with his wheel settings. Again, he gets it back round, drops quite a few places there from second, and goes in the pits. That's very unlucky indeed. He was doing well in second place. That's allowed Bazza and Dimpy. Brucey with a 3-second penalty. I'm guessing that's either going in or out of the pit lane. But he's got Fast and Judge right behind him, both in the Toyotas. We'll stick with this battle for now. So as this lap, little Brucey will take his penalty, which will allow Judge and Fast. Judge trying to make a move on Fast there. Does Brucey take the penalty? No, it doesn't look like... Yes, he has. He's took the penalty, which has dropped him down to 9th so far. He's dropped it. Yep. Judge on the inside of Fast. Gets the move done nice and cleanly. Brownie runs it wide. With Brucey, can Brucey get the place back? Brownie all over the back end of him. Haldare comes in for his pit. Brownie's not letting this go. He wants the place back. Goes up the inside. All still on the inside. Does he get it on the first corner? He does. He takes it over from Brucey, back up the 9th. Brucey runs wide, but still stays with Brownie. Brucey picks up an half-second penalty. Not what he needed there. Oh, Brucey just gets it a little bit out of sorts. Fubuki's down to 11th. Brownie just pulled a bit of a lead away from Brucey there. Brucey's going to take this penalty. Yeah, takes the penalty. Lives to fight another day with it. Can he chase back down Brownie for 9th place? We're nearly 20 minutes into a 30-minute race. And so far, everything's been going great. Fubuki's still in 11th. Fast is in the pits, which allow Fubuki to get up a place or two. He does. Bennett Barry trying to chase down Toby, who's now chasing down Leeds. Dimpy's out in 3rd on his own for a bit. Baz is in 2nd, having a lonely race again, with Martin up in front doing 121s. So he's up the pace a little bit, but he comes in for his pit. Let's see where, and Bazza comes in for his. Now, does Dimpy get out in front of him, or do they both take the places back? No. Dimpy still stays in 3rd, with Leeds chasing him down. But it does look like that pit stop has let Bazza catch up to Martin a little bit. Ah, that's why, because Martin's changed medium tyres to medium tyres. So far, Martin has got the fastest lap of a 1:21.5. SG's out in 13th with the police car livery. Obviously, he's not catching many people so far, but he will gain points for being 30th. Finishes in that position. Halder out in 12th. Out on his own a moment. With Fast on 11th. Fabuki in 10th. Is he catching up anyone? Well, if Brucey and Brownie continue to battle, it will allow Fabuki to catch up and try and get some more places. Brucey now right up the back end. Both get a bit of a slide on there, now coming out the hairpin. Brucey with the more straight line speed than the Toyota. But Brownie's holding it. He's defending the line. Goes all the way to the inside. He's letting Brucey do the hard work. Does Brucey get him on the outside? Does he get the switcheroo? No, Brownie just keeps it there. Great racing by these guys. Absolutely fantastic. A little bit of a slide there for Bruce. Brownie's just pulled a bit of a lead there. Judge trying to chase down Binnett Barry. Who's obviously trying to get down to Toby and Leeds. So everyone's top 5, top 6, maybe a few seconds apart. From each other. So quite spaced out. See Martin still trying to climb up to keep the fast laps going. 121s, another personal best sector there. Bazza on a 121. Yeah, just around about the same. Dimpy on a 121. 123 must have had a bit of an incident on that one, which has allowed Leeds to slowly catch him up a little bit. Binnett Barry, league winner of the GT3 Championship for Lobby 3 the other week. Well done to him. Judge and Toby. Now, that's a change. Toby was in 5th. Did Toby have a bit of an incident? Oh, Toby gets it all sort of wrong coming out the corner, which allowed Binnett Barry to go through. And Judge is up the backside of him now. Does Judge get past? I think that's Toby's internet playing up again, which has allowed Judge to get past. Unlucky for Toby there, but he's still racing, that's the main thing. So these three, Binnett Barry just pulling a bit of a gap there with Judge and Toby battling. And if we go behind, Brucey and Golden Brownie again battling each other, which is now allowed for Buki to catch up to them. Again, Brucey takes the out wider line. Brownie goes defensive, really defensive this time. This has allowed for Buki to catch up to them. Does Brucey make the switch back and cut through underneath? No, it doesn't. Great racing again. Great defensive driving from Brownie. But also good attacking from Brucey, and now Fubuki has literally joined in. One big mistake and it could cost all three. But Brownie's not giving up. He's not allowed Brucey anywhere past him. So now Brucey's got the choice here of attacking Brownie or defending against Fubuki. Which does he do? Oh, just showing his nose there. Can he get past? He does. Oh, a little tap there. By the looks of it. Let's have a replay. Just jump different cameras. So, I'm sorry about this. There it is. Do apologise for that. Oh, it does look like Brucey's back end slided out a bit, which hit Brownie's car and knocked Brownie out. But that's allowed Fubuki to get past. That may be one for the stewards, maybe not. Fubuki's got past Brucey. Up into 8th. I think Brownie's just mentioned to Brucey on the radio, just carry on. But it's all fair, all fun as well. Brucey just getting a little bit out of sorts there. Toby, Judge, and Bennett Barry now all battling. So some good battles all over the place, coming up towards the final few minutes. Judge taking a tighter line in there. Bennett Barry takes a wider to get more power out on the exit. Oh, Brucey there, just another little slide. Looks like Brownie's dropped off a little bit there, off the back of Brucey and Fubuki. Fast out on his own at the moment in 11th. Haldane 12th. SG2 just having a lonely race at the back. But all the action's up in midfield. Battling for the last few minutes, trying to get that final place under the belts. Fubuki with another fast sector. Now Bennett Barry's picked up half a second penalty with Judge and Toby right up his backside there. Obviously the half a second penalty will allow both Judge and Toby to get past. And it does. Both the Toyotas get past the CLK. Again, some great racing by everyone. Nothing serious whatsoever. Let's jump on with Fubuki in 9th. Inside of his cockpit for a lap round, chasing down Brucey, who's got past him. Both in the CLKs. Fubuki getting right up behind Brucey there. Fubuki with his wiper on. Just a clip of the barrier. Brucey defending really hard, sorry. Fubuki trying to make a move on him. Does he get him on the inside of this corner? Oh, just backs out a little bit by the looks of it. Now down the back straight. Obviously loads of battles going on towards the end. And I will just jump to the front as Martin R has just passed the checker. So I need to get up to the front. So Martin R wins the first round, with Bazza in second, closely followed by Dimpy Limpy in third. Fourth goes to Leeds. Judge is in fifth, with Toby sixth and Binnett Barry closely behind as well for seventh. Well done. Fabuki with Brucey and half second penalty as well. No. So Fabuki takes 8th. Brucey 9th. Golden Brownie 10th. SG2 finishes in 13th. 11th is Fast JMS. And 12th is Haldare. So, great racing by everyone there. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll see you for round 2. Sorry, race 2.